The Olympus OM system was released in 1972. The OM10 was the first consumer OM series body which was launched in 1979. It accepted the full line of OM lenses and most of the OM accessories for a lower price than previous models. The lower price was reflected in the build quality of this camera and the features available. However, it was still a very competent performer, and it reflected the elegant lines established by the compact OM1 and 2, and you know what, it really is a beautiful design. I got this particular model for around £12 to £13 on eBay, which I think is really cheap. However, I did have to buy the separate manual shutter speed adapter, which was around £10 as well. So all in all, I paid around £22 to £23 for this camera. And actually, this little manual adapter is really cool, even though it's a feature which I believe should be built into the camera, that it was an optional extra on this model. The overall look and feel of the camera is just great. If you look through the viewfinder, you have a depth of field preview, which is very useful. This camera really sounds great. Just listen to this. By the way, this will be the first time that I've used this camera, so I'm really excited to see what results we get. And well, let's go. So I'm going to be using the Kodak Portra 800 film, which I haven't actually used before, although it's known for its soft contrast and beautiful saturation. I'm really eager to try it out. Being an 800 ISO rated film, it's more suited for late evening and night shooting, which if you follow my Instagram, you'll know that's when I like to shoot most of the time. Loading the film into the OM10 is as simple as it gets and is much like any other 35mm film camera. Simply pop open the back door by pulling up on the winder stick, insert the film into the cradle, then put the end of the film into the winding mechanism. Advance the film a few times, and then shut the back door. So one of the techniques I really like to use for street photography is the fishing technique. If you haven't heard of that, what you do is you find sort of background, you find a composition that you like, and then you wait for subjects to come into the frame. Kind of like actors walking onto a set almost. So I think this is it's a decent enough spot. I just got to find sort of the right composition here. You know, you could be waiting here for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You might only have to wait 30 seconds or something like that. So it's just, patience is key. Ideally, I want one person, 3, 5 people, because I tend to like to use the rule of odds as well in my photography. It's something which I really enjoy, but just playing a waiting game. You know what, no, I don't like that shot. So you just move just a couple of yards down the path and you can find a good composition. There is someone coming here, so we should be able to get a good shot here, hopefully. You alright lads, you'll make the shot better probably.
I don't know about that. You legs insured?
Fuck, I didn't mean to shoot that then. Well, that's 3 shots, so alright, let's move on. I'm not sure if that was what I was visualising, but on to the next one. We'll see. Waiting again for someone to come. see. I think actually the first one I got was the best, with the old woman with the stick. I didn't like it. 20 exposures on the film now, so I think it's time to test something else. And I think the next thing we're going to do some portraits, but I might wait until we've got the evening light because it's a bit too bright. That's it for Cardiff. Okay, I think it's okay. Ready?
Can you take picture like this? Just this bit?
Yeah.
Not too much.
Look up. Look into the lens. Don't blink. 3, 2, 1.
Maybe very close, but
Yeah,
my
this
eyes,
way.
like, I don't know.
You can take the sunglasses off. 3, 2, 1.
So it's
The arm is the frame, yeah.
So it's the frame.
Got it, yeah. So 250. 3, 2. Arm down slightly. That's it, that's it. That's it. Ready? Bring it more this way. And then that's it, yeah. There. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I think that'll do for the portraits for now. Overall, I'm really happy with the quality of this camera. And when paired with decent film stock like Portra 800, it produces some wonderful results. I can't help but think how much of a steal this camera was. Honestly, it's insane. But I must say, I still have much to learn when it comes to analog photography. And if you're like me and want to start shooting film, then I highly recommend the Olympus OM10 as a beginner's choice. I'll leave you with the rest of the images and look forward to seeing you next time. Peace.